Okay. Yeah, can you, I know the general area. Can you send me a pin? Drop a pin and send it to me, okay? All right. Thank you. Appreciate you calling. Thank you so much. Hey guys, I just got a phone call. I just heard of another story. While we're filming this story, somebody found out that we're filming this story and called somebody and called somebody. They got my number. They called me. There's another story. Something else happened less than 2 miles from here. I don't know if it's the proximity to the Moores Creek battlefield or the Black River. I don't know what's going on in this area, but about a year and a half ago, another story happened less than 2 miles away. What I heard, it sounds eerily similar to this story. There's a young man we need to go talk to, 40 years old. His name's Larry. He's a self-proclaimed outdoorsman. He's as a child, he's been in the woods. He's been in the woods as an adult his whole life. And we need to break all this down and go interview him right now. He's got a story. We need to hear it because it sounds really, really, really similar to this story. All right, so let's go. Let's break it down.
Rusty and the crew meet with Larry outside the small Currie post office. What makes this interview so significant is the location. It's less than a mile from where a 911 caller reported a terrifying encounter just 4 years earlier. The proximity ties Larry's account directly to an already chilling piece of local history.
I can't wait to tell it. Yes, sir.
It'll be fun.
Yes, sir. Very interesting.
Done anything like this before, though?
I have not.
Were you in the military?
I were not.
It's a lot of hurry up and work.
Yeah. That's what I hear, man. That's what I hear. It's
Great. So,
can't wait to get into it. It's gonna be a little bit interesting, It's kind of like my first big sight type thing, but
yeah.
man, just some of the stuff that happens around here. I guess I'm not the only one that's seen it.
Great. Well, let's get started, man.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Get on with it. I want to see this place and
Yes, sir.
hear all about it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Larry. Roads get dark at night, don't they?
Yeah, you can see the only light on this road is on that pole right there.
Okay.
It gets so dark around here you can't even see your hand in front of your face.
Okay. So you grew up in Currie?
Yeah, most of my life. Born and raised around the Wilmington area, but this is the main part of my life is spent, on these sand dunes. You can see they're not as high as they used to be.
Right.
Coming in and digging. Now, if you look into the woods, you'll see right away to your right, and kind of how we came in that night was this way. Yeah, obviously,
The walk into the woods was brief, just a few hundred yards past the tree line. What stood out immediately was the concentration of small pines, all bent sharply over in the same area. It wasn't scattered. It wasn't random. Only here. Beyond this spot, Rusty and Larry found nothing unusual, as if whatever force caused it had focused solely on this one stretch of woods.
This open, it was right here close to this trail, so we came in, we're walking in. There's that little trail there. Kind of looks like a clearing here.
It does.
And I want to say we were a lot further. Oh my goodness, look at that'd be a wake up with the trail.
So Larry, you grew up around here?
Yes, sir.
Did you do hunting, fishing, that kind of stuff around here?
I was kind of introvert, kind of kept to myself, maybe a few friends here and there would come out play in these woods. I grew up in these woods.
Okay, so you've been in the woods a lot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Stop calling me sir.
That's all right. That's just that good old mama raising
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So what do you do now, Larry?
I build power lines.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
So you grew up spending time in the woods.
Yep.
And you still spend time out in the field.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you growing up in the woods and then being out in the field doing power lines, you're very familiar with nature.
Oh yeah,
And so you know if a deer's moving here or a black bear cub runs,
That's right.
you know how to
That's
recognize that kind of stuff.
yes sir.
And that doesn't unnerve you.
No, not at all.
Okay,
You know, and
that's interesting.
hmm just spending time out here. You know, a lot of times being the way you are as a child. Well, I'll say me being
Yeah.
a child, not really wanting to be around a bunch of people. You know, where do I go? I escape
Right.
either to my room or to,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
to the woods
Yeah.
where nobody else is. So,
It makes your story all the more interesting that you are familiar with the woods and you're still in that environment, and
oh yeah,
just something moving is not going to throw you off because
Exactly.
you've been around it your whole life.
exactly. You know, you hear something moving in the woods. It could be a bear, a deer.
Yeah.
You know,
Turkeys make crazy noises. Coyotes, there's so many
yeah.
strange noises.
Yeah, there's no telling. See all the dead, you know, something snapping and popping on a dead limb. It's,
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know. So
Well, I'm going to go ahead and ask you. Now, I grew up in North Carolina as well. And I was pretty big into hunting as a
Mhm.
teenager and so
Mhm.
forth. So I was in the woods all the time. We lived right on the edge of the woods.
yeah,
And so, Carolina pines, longleaf pines, shortleaf pines, I'm familiar with, the way the forest is supposed to look. There's a lot of bent over pines in here.
Mhm.
I've never seen that in my life
yeah.
in any forest that I've been in, especially in the Carolinas.
Mhm.
Small ones, big ones, they're bent over. I've never seen that before.
At least we have a pretty day out here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I agree with that. Couldn't ask for better weather. So
This is the spot.
more or less where we were, we were crouched and the sighting took place.
Are you ready to tell me the story?
Oh yeah, Let's dig
I'm ready
in.
to hear it.
So my buddy and I, we have certain gear we like to try on, go through the woods, try it out, make sure it's tough, the clothing, whatever it may be.
This is last January.
Yes, sir. Last January 12th. It was Friday, January 12th, 2024.
Okay.
And my mother's house is a good little bit of that way, as you see. So we came through the woods. Actually, we found this trail at an angle coming through.
By the paved road out there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Come in through the paved road, and we came in at an angle, and we hurriedly found the trail because people in this area of the world, they can fire their gun at it's
Sure.
out in the country.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
we heard a pistol firing off as if somebody was shooting across the road. So we kind of
Pretty common.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And we ran, man. We ran with our gear on, and that's actually what led us up to this point right here.
What gear?
Our chest rigs, trying out our chest rigs, stuff that we carry ammunition with
Yeah.
on the range,
Okay.
our belts where we carry our water, our
Yeah.
food rations and
Okay.
stuff. The stuff that kind of, you want to make sure it's tough and could stand up
Yeah.
to the weather.
It's like you're wearing your bug out kit.
Exactly. There
Okay.
you go. You
All
just, kind of making sure it's tough.
I
And,
understand you had nods that time.
yes, I had
What?
that particular tube cost. It was about $3,500,
Yeah.
and it's just one single PVS 14 tube, about
Nice.
that long.
Yeah.
Had it connected to my headpiece, and so that meaning I could only see black and white with the particular eye it was over.
Mhm.
This eye could see nothing, or maybe when the moon was shining,
Yeah.
I could see a little bit.
Sure.
We heard the gunfire, and we thought the worst. Did somebody see us cross the road, and
Yeah.
are they shooting at us?
So this is kind of private. And
Yeah.
private land.
We were just testing our gear out.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to, but we did, and
Right.
we kind of ran up on this trail, kind of, out of breath a little bit because we took off pretty fast.
Yeah.
That's a Scar 17 is pretty heavy. So we had our
you're
rifle.
carrying a scar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. We just
I'm
we
liking you more and more. I'm
there,
telling
there
you.
you go. We I haven't seen great big animals in here, but you never know when something's gonna roll up on you, and you have to.
There's more black bear east of I-95
That's right.
than it is west of. Everybody thinks they're in our mountains, but there's more
They're here.
east
That's
of
right.
95.
Yeah. So we kind of breathing heavy, and he's like, man, well, let's just stop. We have Nalgene bottles, so let's just stop and get us some water. And he took a knee kind of right in this area, and he's, he has on the end of his rifle an IR
Okay.
illuminator.
Okay.
So under our night vision, to the naked eye, you can't see anything as he's scanning the woods. But with that
With your nods.
with that nods, I can see everything as if it were a flashlight.
Was that green or gray? What's your
White.
nod? White.
White. It's
Okay.
white phosphor. It's
Okay.
just like reading a newspaper,
Yeah.
watching a black and
Sure.
white
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Very accurate.
So we take a knee, we start drinking our water, and he hears something. And, you know, I kind of do too.
And you've heard some pistol shots.
Right.
So you're real quiet.
Yeah, we were.
You're trying to figure out
Exactly.
where is this noise coming from?
Exactly. What's going on, you know? So we hear something snapping and popping and stop. And so when he brings his rifle up,
To put the IR on it.
exactly.
Okay.
He scans from his left to his right and no more. And this whole incident was just, I'd say maybe a few seconds. You know, he scanned. As he scanned,
He's got his infrared.
yes, his on the
Illuminator.
Yeah,
His
the
illuminator.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Got his little
We can't see it, but with the nods, you
right.
can see
So he, you know, had his little PBS 14 as well. So he scans from the left to the right, and now as I'm looking at him, you know, I kind of move my head and see his light moving across something, and as he moves back,
it. He saw it too, so
He
now he's
saw-
backing up.
yeah,
Okay.
we didn't verbally communicate, so I'm just watching what he's doing, and I'd say this guy was probably
You're thinking there's a human out here
yeah,
that
exactly.
owns the land.
Yeah,
And you're thinking, he's thinking you're a wild animal.
There
So
you
you
go.
want to make sure you don't
Yeah.
get shot.
Yeah, man, just all kind of stuff rolling
Sure.
through our brain,
Quickly.
and we're like, we have to act or react
Yeah.
very
You
quickly.
gotta,
We
you
got
gotta both assess the situation.
to be on
right
it.
now.
Yes, sir. Got to be on it.
I'm tracking with you. Okay, Larry. Go
And-
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. He, you know, and he rolls across this. Now, what I see, man, it's making make my hair to stand
See
up,
that,
just
yeah.
standing in the very spot. This being, you know, if I were to try to touch its shoulder, you know, I could not, you know, reach, you know, here. So I see, my eyes are low, so I see feet first. I see two dog style feet / legs. You know, you got the pad, then you got the foot, then you got the heel, and I'm talking, you know, before it kicks into a heel, it's pretty high. And it goes, as his illuminator rolls up, you know, I'm seeing no hair, a lot of muscles, like this thing just spent time in the gym, you know, just working out, just absolutely shredded, you know, couldn't believe my eyes, you know, or my eye actually, because I, you know, have it covered on one side. And, you know, he kind of rolled up a little bit, and as he's rolling up, it just keeps going and going. And I always compare it to a chimpanzee with, you know, no hair, a little bit of hair around the elbow,
Yeah.
arms probably, my goodness, man, you know, from
Longer
here
than
down-
ours would be.
Exactly, much,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
something you don't want to encounter in the woods in the middle of the night.
Right.
And as he's rolling up, I see, the last part of it I can see was its shoulder, and as it's turning, I couldn't see its head. It disappears from shoulder to feet right in front of my eyes. So he kind of keeps
You think
scanning.
his light pulled away from it, and that's what made him shrink away?
No, I watched it. He stayed there for, you know, like I said, his whole
He had seen it, so he had
Yeah.
locked in on
yeah,
it.
he
with his
just a few seconds. You know, it was kind of like, you know, I'm gonna scan, go back, okay, and then scan. So that little go back, it just, I'm looking, you know, in that time at this point, I can see it regardless of his illumination. As he comes off of it, that's when I'm trying to check this thing out, and it turns as if to guard like that and just disappears as it turns. And he cuts his illuminator off, and mind you, we're still kneeled on the ground on the ground here, and you know, my heart rate just through the roof. You know, it changed my breathing. I was
I'm gonna interrupt you.
oh yeah, go ahead.
So initially,
Mhm.
this whatever you saw was facing you guys.
Right,
So it knew you were here.
exactly.
It was acknowledging your presence.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
And you know, that's good that you bring that point up, because it was actually where it was at. It almost looked as if it had walked in toward us and had come to a barrier and stopped. And so I was like, huh, that's interesting. But you know, we're kneeled down, and neither one of us are saying a word. And I I said, it was actually him that spoke first. He said, well, I didn't want to say anything, and I cut him off. I said, you seen it too? And he said, yes. I said, then you seen X, Y, and Z, this creature, this thing. He said, yes. Our next objective was to remove ourselves as quickly as we possibly could to the paved road.
Sure.
And before we could stand up and turn, I hear it probably 50 yards that way at
This
an angle. Yes, that way over there. And I said, well, it's either coming for us, it knows we're here, we need to get out. So it followed us all the way to the road at a distance.
You could hear it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I could hear it. Do, 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 and then just nothing. So thank the good Lord above, we made it out before,
Yeah.
any kind of, more weirdness went on. We're out here just trying to test our gear out, and then there's this thing that, you try to tell people about it, and they're like, oh, well, you're crazy, you're just a nut, you're,
Right.
write you off. So, I don't really tell many people
A
about
couple
it.
of things that lend a lot of credibility to what you're saying. One, you guys were here just kind of here kneeled
Yep.
looking in no particular direction.
Mm-hmm. Lollygagging.
Right. So if it knew you were here, then it's facing you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
100%.
But when he turned on his illuminator, which it would not be able to see,
Mm-hmm.
but it could very easily be able to see you in the dark
Oh, yeah.
with its
Yep.
vision. But when you guys scanned and both of you are facing it,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps that's what cued it to slim down its silhouette
Yep.
and disappear.
Yep.
Make a smaller target because it realizes
Oh, yeah.
they see me.
Yeah, and exactly, bringing up a bunch of good points, and now you're kind of jogging a little bit of my memory on my other eye. Looking at this thing, I can see nothing but moonlight coming through the trees, and on my right eye, I'm seeing this thing, so I know this, as crazy as it sounds, has to be some sort of maybe interdimensional, I don't know. It shakes you to your core when you see something that's that big and you can't initially see it with your naked eyes. You have so many questions, but first thing on your mind is, let's go,
Right.
and
Larry, you said a little bit of hair on the elbows, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What about the rest
it was
of the body?
it was
Could it have been short hair?
slick. No,
Slick.
it was slick to me.
Hairless.
Exactly, hairless, slick. It reminded me, like I was saying earlier, of a hairless chimp. Because of the muscles. I saw a little here, maybe a little down towards his feet, but
Well,
it was.
Most gorillas or monkeys, they have hair, but it can be real short,
Mhm.
real thin,
Oh yeah. I mean,
And what was you wouldn't have been able to tell the color
yeah, it was
with IR
because it was
nods.
black and white.
Yeah.
So all I seen was this white figure
Yeah.
because of the nature of the nod. So
You mentioned the muscles. It's interesting that one of the most powerful animals on the planet, the gorilla, silverback
Mhm.
gorilla,
Mhm.
they eat plants.
oh yeah,
But if you looked at them, you would think it was a carnivore
Exactly.
lifting weights every day.
Yes,
It's got
yeah.
more
Oh,
muscles
yeah.
than, it's amazing.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%, man.
Right.
It just, you see something like that, and you don't know what to do, so you just you freeze for a little minute, and then that's when that communication started taking place. We're like, hey, don't know what this is. You seen it, I seen it. Let's go. And then we hear it,
So you're here last January 2024.
Mhm.
We are currently doing research in an event that happened back in 2020, Black River,
Mhm.
Highway 210.
yeah, oh yeah.
How far is that from here?
Oh wow. Let's call it 2 miles.
2 miles
Oh yeah.
to drive to it.
Oh yeah.
What about through these woods?
Oh my goodness.
Less?
Not, I'd say less. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same set of woods that you see on the other side. It's all
When this
connected
happened back in January,
Mhm.
you had not seen any of we hadn't even produced yet. We hadn't
No.
even started
I
filming.
had no clue. Not at all.
Interesting.
And
So
I mean-
you hightailed it out of here.
yeah, oh
Okay.
gone, man. When another interesting fact I have to back up on, because we had our, we don't know if we're gonna have to open fire.
Sure.
We have ear protection, but we have our radios connected we have our downlead to our radio.
Yeah.
So we're coming.
You guys
through.
are geared up.
Yeah, we just to be able to communicate
Sure.
and move,
Yeah.
So we hear, I hear him cutting in. He's telling me something, And right before we seen this thing, there was a interruption in our radio wave, and we just
Something
decided,
broke through the squelch
right,
there.
yeah, it just broke through and just quit. So we cut them off. He said we were afraid somebody was,
Let's
tracking.
turn them off.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
There you go.
Stay in eyesight.
Yeah, eyesight.
And
Let's
then you
do it.
take off this way.
That's right. See if you can see this path
Yeah.
we're on. That's what kind of led us to stop here. We ran, found an open area, and we're like, okay, good area. Stop, chill, listen, let's see the gunfire cease. And then that's when we were checking the area, and whammo, Mr. Whatever you want to call him decided to show up and pay us a visit. I mean, he was probably, say, if I was here kneeled, he was probably, I'd say about right here.
No way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how I got a good comparison on. Okay, I know how big this guy is.
How did you even breathe trying to run out of here?
In through the nose, out through the mouth, very calmly. So we're just we are not ex-military. We have friends that were, and yeah, if you're in this situation, you move like this. So we're pulling up. I'm here. He's moving around, and just I forget what they call it, but we found,
leapfrogging, checking each other's
There you
sticks
go.
as you move.
and
Yeah.
we're gone.
Okay.
And we, oh man, whew. It was an experience to say the least. And
And your buddy.
Yep.
I understand he would have been with us today, but he's moving or something.
yeah, he recently bought a house. There's a lot of
Okay.
work going on. He's
Yeah.
got 10 acres. He's kind of got to tend to.
Sure.
So
Well, I'm glad you could spend time.
that's all right, man.
Let me ask you this: do you and your buddy, do y'all slip out here at night now?
Out here?
Yeah.
He's up in Tennessee. So
I thought you were going to say no.
oh no. Oh no.
Let me ask you that again. So your buddy, who's moving today, who experienced this with you,
Mhm.
you guys wander out here at night anymore?
No, absolutely not. That's an absolute no. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've been back to the sighting, the place of the sighting. It's just middle of the day, as hot as it is, it's just chills down my back.
Yeah.
Just bringing that back. And I honestly think, could it have to do with another situation that happened up in a place called Shadow Mountain where he lives? It was similar.
Similar situation.
Oh yeah. But it was
There are a lot of things that we
don't know.
don't have the answers to.
Just don't exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't know.
Well, thank you for spending time with us, Larry.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for showing this to me.
No problem at all.
Um,
Glad
it's been
there's
quite an experience. You're a very credible,
There you go.
credible person to interview, and appreciate
Sure
you taking
appreciate
the
it.
time. Because a lot of folks, when they see something or experience something,
yeah.
they don't want to talk about it.
Well, it's nice to share. It's nice to be able to be received like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to hear what you hear and talk about what went on. So
Right.
it's interesting to see the community build around awareness of this type thing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We interviewed the sheriff,
Mm-hmm.
and his words, right out of his mouth, were that there had been a lot of events, unexplained occurrences
Mhm.
in this area near the Moores Creek battlefield and in this general area here.
Makes sense.
So it's an active area.
Yeah,
It's an
it
active
sounds
area.
like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Well, thanks for spending time.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for
so
thank you
much.
for inviting me out.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So here we are at Moores Creek battlefield. We're finished with our report. What do we have? Two stories that happened within 2 miles of each other. Very close proximity to the battlefield here. Very close proximity to the Black River. Was the bipedal that Larry saw last year the same creature that the gentleman driving the truck on the 911 call? Was that the same creature? The stories sound eerily similar. And the answer, we may never know. Join us on the next episode, Carolina Case Files.